So, what's happening in the experimental kitchen today? Well, no experiments. This is just my usual chili. Some people would call this white chili because I have shredded chicken inside of this. If you saw my last video, I thought it looked rather gross. I don't do any color changing, editing, or anything like that with any of my little food videos I do here. So, I don't stop and wipe all this off right here so it looks nice and beautiful and professional. Nope, I'm just showing you exactly what I do in my kitchen when I'm cooking. So I think it was yesterday, or no, the day before. You may have seen a quick little video, which was part of my experimental recipes, right? I usually make a chicken soup or a turkey soup or a beef soup or a stew. And anyway, if you look back at that video, you'll see it. I did write an update in the description area, but is what I did figure out is why I didn't like it. In fact, I hated it. And I was trying to figure out, though, what did I do to that vegetable soup yesterday that tasted so different than when I've made it in the past. And it's what it was. I used a different soup base. Sometimes I make my own soup base if I have time. It's just all of the liquid from a previous soup. I let it set in the refrigerator for maybe 24 hours, and then I'll freeze it in a freezer bag, date it, throw it in the freezer. But I didn't have any of my own, and I wanted to make it quick, so I had this soup base that was organic, and I didn't pay any attention to as far as the vegetables that was in this soup base. Anyway, you know how you eat something and you just don't like it? Well, I just didn't like it. So I was talking to someone today online, and we were trying to decide what I could do to save it. So it's either throw it out or add something to it and see what happens. So we came up with some ideas, so I'll let you know. But anyway, today I moved on to this. And this is just my simple chili. What I use is whatever I happen to find in the store that catches my eye. I will use some chili beans with some spices already included, and the chili sauce that's in it. And so how you can find some that are hot or mild. I usually use the mild. I'm not a real hot person. But you can add, that's what I like about this. You can add whatever spice you want. If you want it really, really hot, like I have some red pepper here, and I used to put a lot of red pepper in it. But anyway, I just can't do that anymore. And so in this is a can of chili beans with the sauce in it. Mine, I chose mild. And this I already tasted it. This is okay. It's not like that soup I made the other day. Ugh, awful stuff. Don't even like to think about it. It was so bad. But you might like it. You might like that flavor. There's just some spices in it that were in that soup base. Ugh, did not like. Okay, enough of my did not likes. I sound like a young kid, don't I? Oh, Mom, I don't want to eat it. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'll try one more thing with that soup. And if I don't like it after I add something to it, it's going down the garbage disposal. I'm one that doesn't like to waste food, but I will. Okay, on that. Now, back to what I'm doing here. Yep, I'm just stirring so you can see it. Okay, chili beans. Get whatever size you want. And none of this is measured. Okay, I just throw it in just like my soup. So chili beans, and then I have some tomato sauce. I try to find tomato sauce with the least amount of spice in it, which is kind of hard today. I found some tomato sauce. They're taking out those ingredients that aren't good for us, but they've added like powdered peas and just some other things. And I thought, that's why my tomato sauce doesn't taste like 100% tomato sauce like it used to, because the ingredients have changed. So anyway, I put in some tomato sauce. Don't use any tomato paste. That adds a different flavor to it. And I also used some diced tomatoes, but not any diced tomatoes with the heat, okay? Because as I said, I don't do the hot thing. Now, is what I used to do if I made chili and I had friends over or company. I would make this mild chili like this, and I would set on the table like red pepper, like the powder, chili powder, hot sauce, red hot sauce, and that way people can just add and make it hotter, because once you put it in, right, you can't take it away. So this one is chicken, though. It's just a shredded chicken breast. So when I buy chicken, I don't buy any chicken, any piece of the chicken with fat on it. So I usually buy boneless, skinless chicken breasts. That's what I buy for this. Let's see. I'm trying to think, is there anything else in this? Oh, yes. It was kind of thicker than what I wanted it to be. So I just took some really hot water and just put it in till it came to the thickness that I wanted to be. And today I'm just putting it in a slow cooker. This slow cooker's old, man. I need to get another one. This one is a small slow cooker. I'd like to get one that's a little bit larger, but I like this one. This is great for just 1 or 2 people. Also, at the end of this, when I'm done, because I don't want to be eating this 2 or 3 days, I'll put what's left over in the fridge. I'll keep it there for 24 hours. Then I'll put it in a freezer container and I'll throw it in the freezer. But anytime I freeze things like this, even my soup base, I usually don't go over a month to 6 weeks because I think some of the taste is degraded. So on that note, I'm going to let you go because I'm going to make a fresh cup of coffee in one of my favorite mugs. It's one of my favorite mugs. And I'm working on some Christmas cards to send out. For some of you may think, Christmas cards? What's Christmas cards? Oh, yeah, the kind you put the stamp on. Yep, I still send those out to people that I'm close to, and especially my granddaughters because they're young and they just love to get mail. So when I do their Christmas cards, I do them a little bit different. I'm kind of picky which ones I choose for them, and so there's no arguments. They each get an individual Christmas card, but they look the same. We're having a little bit of sibling rivalry occasionally happening, right? That happens between sisters, brothers, whatever. So I just make them a lot alike. And then on the inside, I take these plain little cards and what I put is all kinds of little stickers, and I do some drawings. And this year is what I'm doing because they like to draw. And last time I visited them, maybe this is an idea for you, maybe not necessarily mailing it, but my oldest granddaughter came up with this idea. Let me put the lid back on this. And her idea was, when we were together, we were going to make books because she's like me. She likes to read and write and do these things. So she's just very young, but all 3 of us sat at the table, both granddaughters, we sat at the table, and she stapled together pages for us. And I can't remember what the title of our book is. I have them floating around here at my house somewhere, and saved them, of course, because I'm grandma. And is what we did. We had titles on each page, and we had crayons and markers and all kinds of things. So we had to each draw on one page, but then we had to wait. Once we finished the first one, then we went to the next one. Is what we did, because I was spending some time with them, more than one day. So each day we did a page, and I guess we didn't staple them at the beginning, then we stapled them together, and we have books. So this year I'm not going to be with them, so I'm going to take some white copy paper, because that's what we used before, and I'm going to probably put 8 pages. I'm going to cut each piece of copy paper, 8.5 by 11, into 4 pieces. And I'm going to staple them all together, and I'm going to put titles on the page, and then I'm going to put them in their Christmas card, and that way they can draw, because they love to do that. So does that sound like something simple? Yes, it does. But my goal is to somehow, yes, they are getting another Christmas present from me, but my goal is to somehow do something yearly that as they get older, they will remember, right? They're going to hit a certain age and they're going to wonder if I send this, okay, why is Grandma still sending me this, right? By then we'll turn it to something else. So anyway, that's just a little bit of my trivia of what's going on today. When I'm done with the Christmas cards and my little crafty thing that I'm doing, then I'll go back to my desk and I have some other things I'm doing with my book. I'll let you know about that soon, but I'm working on that. And then I have a few students that I'm going to be tutoring again today. So one thing, sometime people will ask me, but Nancy, you're at home. Don't you get bored? It's like, no, I'm never bored. I always have something to do. Do I see people? Of course I see people. Do I leave my home? Of course I leave my home. But when I am at home on my work days, I just love the season that I'm in right now. I don't have to hurry out the door at 8 a.m., which I did for many, many years, sometime earlier. I'm not getting up at 4:30 to make sure I'm at the airport on time, which I also loved that season. But right now, this is the season I'm in. So someone was feeling kind of sorry for me, and I thought, why are you feeling sorry for me? I feel so bad for you, they said. And I said, why? And they told me, and I thought, okay, well, I guess that means they would like to see me do something different than I'm doing. So I am enjoying my life right now. And you get to see me pop in with no edits live with today's experimental chicken. That's not an experiment of experimental chicken chili. I guess I should add chili to that, right? It's not an experiment today. It's just plain old chili. And then I will be adding some pita crackers to it when I eat it. They are a pita Mediterranean cracker. I can't remember what brand they are, but once again, I read the labels on that. They have 0 saturated fat. So for those of you who are following my little bits here on what I'm eating and how to stay healthy, once again, if this is the first time you're listening to me, I've said this on other short videos, and when people were following my Let's Get Healthy journey, because I had had surgery and now I want to stay healthy as I age, it's not an all-day cabbage every day, 7 days a week diet. It's not a keto diet. It's not a no-carb diet. It's not a let's see, am I missing something? It's not a totally zero sugar diet. It is looking at health. So that's why when you see these recipes and I'm talking about what's in the labels and how I read labels, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be as healthy as I can. And as I've said in the past, I'm not looking at 100% pure. I just read labels. Like yesterday, let me confess, I bought the kind of cookies in the pack that you just break off the pieces and put them in the oven. I haven't bought that for years. I always make my own cookies. It's probably been 5 years. And I put them in the oven and they just tasted really good. But I'll tell you what, this is what I'm finding. As I get rid of all these extra ingredients as much as I can, when I do pick something up like these cookies, they're not as good as making your own cookies because they still do have some extra ingredients that are in there, which most of us call fillers. So, hey, have a great day. Thanks for joining me in the experimental kitchen, which today is not an experiment. It's just a plain old recipe, and this will be my dinner, and added to it will be my little Mediterranean crackers. Oh, yes, and they do have a little sea salt sprinkled on them. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.